I'm back! Okay. Alright, so it's actually the next day now, like very early the next day. It's now 5:30 a.m. As I mentioned earlier, the cardboard glass fermenter is free. So the first batch of beer is currently under carbonation. Just transfer it to the bottle. So I can make my second batch of home beer. This time, I'm going to use the dark roast. So I ordered this Carafa Type 2. So this is a 1 kilogram batch. And let's start weighing. Brewing the second batch of beer will be faster because we kind of know what to do. Okay, so I'm going to start weighing a total of 760 grams of this malt. Let's do that. Once again, I'm still using this grinder. Good. I didn't have the initial reaction of whoa. You know, unlike when I first opened the Eerrrmmm Type 1 grain, the fragrance of this is kind of lacking in sweetness, something like that. Oh, I forgot, it's actually easier to grind these darker roasts. I mean, I'm just assuming that's the case because that's the case for coffee. Okay, guess we have to wait. Okay, so this has now reached around 69 degrees Celsius. So let's get this ready. Right. Put this filter bag, big filter bag. Well, at least when I feel confident, or there will be like a higher demand, and I would have to make bigger batches of this beer, then I have a big enough filter bag to accommodate that. Alright, now let's put in the malt. Okay. That smells good, you know, with the roast aroma, right, that you get from the darker roast. Okay, so this already drops a little bit to about 67 degrees Celsius. Okay, now let me cover this. And also prepare the towel for insulation. Yeah? I think about more than a minute has passed, right? So I'm gonna set the timer now. So that's about 1 hour of extraction. So I'm gonna set my timer. Okay, done. All right, it's time. Now the extraction is over. Now, one thing to note with this batch, there was a time that I kind of overheated it just a little bit. Like it reached about 73 degrees Celsius maximum. So there was like 5 minutes or something that I removed the towel you know, the insulation. And then, okay. So final temperature, let's say, final temperature is about 66 degrees Celsius. Yeah, a bit more than not that bad. So yeah, now it's time to just squeeze out the... Oh wow, dark. This is a dark wort. I just have my coffee, so same time as last, as the first batch, I will dispose this immediately so that I can clean up the filter bag, ready to filter the wort later on before cooling and then transferring to the carboy fermenter. So let me just squeeze out. Okay, so I'm gonna dispose this immediately to the soil. We're using it as fertilizer to upward the plants in the garden. So I'm gonna dispose it together with this coffee grounds, coffee and beer, my favorite beverages. Okay, now, okay, the open boiling starts, and yeah, I'll get the hops. You know, there's one issue about the hops though. I have not purchased a new hops actually, so I'm still using the hops that has expired. Well, I'm just pushing this, you know, like, what the hell? I mean, I don't think it is really spoiled, just a big reduction of flavor, but we will see because I'm gonna check the package that I opened last time. If that smells bad or doesn't look as good, then I'm gonna open the other package that is still sealed. Okay, but hopefully I can maximize the hops. So the same as last time, about 13.5 grams of hops is our target, more or less. I'm expecting, I'm not sure, but I might expect a slight bitter flavor. What do you think? In the dark roasted malt? I'm not so sure. Okay, so here is our hops. It feels like it's still okay. You know, like, I mean, it smells like it's still okay. It looks like it's still okay. There's no fungi or something, so I'm gonna make use of it, man. Okay, 13.5. So that's about 13.7. Almost very close to last time, which was 13.8. Okay, hopefully we can still hold up for another 2 weeks. For another 2 weeks when I make my next batch. Basically, I'm checking the temperature from time to time just to anticipate, you know, because when it's really close to 100 degrees Celsius, it will really start to roll, you know, and that's when we want to add the hops. This wort is really close to boiling right now, like rolling, so I'm gonna add the hops now. There you go. So it's now starting to roll, and our timer will start right about now. Now let me just clean this up, so I'm ready for the next phase. So I'm gonna control the flame as well because this might turn violet, right? All right, time to clean up. Okay, that's time's up. So I will transfer this. So let's see. Now, it feels like this is more than 1 gallon. Like, this is actually more than 1 gallon compared to last time when I thought that it is more than 1 gallon, but it actually is almost exactly a gallon. Like, it just fit the cardboard glass fermenter. Very loud. Look at this. Oh, I need this. Right. Oops. Okay, the Filipino touch. Alright, Philippines represent. We add yellow. Okay, now I'm gonna do this real quick. So basically I will put water, fill this up with a bit of water, and then what I do is like do this motion, like stir it like that. And then if the ice melts, I would put in more ice packs. The fermenter. Let's see if this is 1 gallon or more. So this is a bit more than a gallon. I wasn't able to evaporate as much as the last time, so this the resulting wort is a bit more than a gallon. Now let's add in, well, at least I have a sample so I can take the density. Last time I forgot to do that. Okay, so let's add in the yeast. Last time I used about 1/3 of this. Hopefully they're still alive. I used about 1/3 of this last time, so I'm gonna eyeball like half of this. There. Small packet. Okay, let's quickly seal this back. Oh, let me just stir it a little bit. Okay, the black yeast. Grab the sides of the container. They have to. I guess that's why priming is better. You can ensure that all the yeast are there. Now let's put in the airlock. Alright, now wish me luck again. Hope this turns out well. Now let me put this aside and check and have an estimate of the density. So that's one thing I forgot to do last time. Now I don't have the more accurate tools to measure the density, but I can have an estimate by having a known a container with a known volume. So this is like 60 ml. Then I'm gonna weigh the wort. So what is this for? To check the alcohol content later. After fermentation, you can check the alcohol content by comparing the two densities. Okay, almost spilling, but yeah, so this is 61.6 grams. Let's check the density. So that's 61.6 grams divided, 61.6 divided by 60. So 1.027 grams per cubic centimeter. And then we'll check what the ending density will be at the end of 2 weeks. So I'm gonna spare a few ml, like around 60 ml probably, apart from the beer, like the preliminary beer that I will transfer to the bottle. So I'll see you again for another update after 2 weeks. That is the final product for the first batch, and then the bottling of this second batch.